Greetings all, Vanna here for Scorpio's weekly message. Scorpio, the first two cards that came out for you are Clarity, Mountain, and Home, Earth. I love these two coming together because it feels like someone really coming back and grounding themselves in their own energy. With Clarity, I maybe feel like the sense of belonging or the sense of home has been I'm not entirely sure what the word is. It's gonna bother me because I'm gonna know exactly what it is later. But influenced is the only thing that's coming to mind. It's going to be influenced or incepted by other people around you. And this happens very passively. It's just because it's in the energy of when you're building it. So it becomes an unconscious or subconscious part of your work. So if people have been like, oh, you should do this, and it'd be great if you did this, and like, it'd be really awesome if you did that, and it starts to become something that's not yours. And the point of a home, the point of a place that you come back to every single day is that you feel like you belong there. Is that you feel like it is your space. And other people's opinions of you do not matter. Other people's thoughts about how you're supposed to live your life does not matter. At the end of the day, they will do their thing and you have to do what you want to do. Because people will come in and out of your life. Their inputs will come in and out of your life. If you are making a decision, I want you to know that you are making it because it's truly something that you want to do. Or is someone trying to influence you into a specific direction, like, oh, you need to go and be around these kinds of people because you want to marry into that kind of group, or go study this so that you can meet people of a certain class or ranking. I personally hate that shit. It is so stupid. Spirit, do you have another message of the elemental oracles? Thank you. Yeah, protection, cave. This looks very, very similar to how the mother is holding herself here. And, like, generational protection. Like, you are doing this now, so someone down the line will not have to fight this same kind of energy. So, like, maybe your parents were very controlling or directive of you. They always were controlling your schedule, controlling everything that you did every single day, and was trying to direct you to something that you did not want. It's taken a great deal of bravery to stand up and stand out of that situation, and you know in your heart that you will not let that happen to someone else. You will not let that under your watch and under your care happen. You will protect that next generation from that anxiety and that fear that you went through. And that is incredible, because when that person grows up and they have a child, if they want to, that person will be even more unburdened, even more unbothered. Yeah, the person that put you on this mountain and isolated you was not protecting you. They may have been shielding you in what they thought was protection, but in truth, they hid the you that you were meant to share away. Maybe out of fear that you'd be rejected, maybe out of fear that you would be hurt. Whatever it is, it made you feel like you couldn't be yourself. It made you feel like you couldn't stand up for yourself. And coming home to yourself, grounding yourself, you get to now check in and remove what does not belong to you and keep what does. And you'll get new things in because you've already removed. When you think about whatever it is that you're pondering, take a moment to check in with how you feel about it. Do you feel lighter or heavier, excited or filled with dread? Pay attention to your inner guidance. It is always so helpful. You have not been taught to trust yourself. You had not been taught to rely on yourself, or that innate knowing, that gut feeling inside of you that we all have. You were not taught to hone or understand or even trust that. So when that voice comes up, it's going to sound very strange and feel very strange. But your intuition is going to be an incredible guide, because that is the direct connection that we have with our higher self. That is the fastest way Spirit can speak to us. When you are asking to be the conduit and guide for your own life, you have to trust where it is leading you before it makes sense. There's a resolution coming to pass, especially in regards to this protection, to this cave. You might be finding a place to protect yourself. You might be finding, truly creating that sanctuary place. Have patience. Things take the longest to manifest in the physical realm. And the more you want it, the more your soul desires it, the more work you have to do to achieve it. So have patience. It will come. It will take work. It will take time. It will take changes. But it will come. Yeah. Things are already in the work. Things are already in the process. You have a little spaceman, which is making me think of freedom and possibilities, really dreaming and wondering, having sweet dreams and passions again. Maybe it's been a long time since you've allowed yourself to feel good. Good things are going to happen. Claim that energy. Claim that you are already in the abundance. Claim that you are already in that balance and that peace and harmony that you want. You have an incredible light and story to you that is different from anyone else's. And so that does mean your path is going to look and be different from anyone you had ever known and anyone you had ever seen. This can leave you feeling very lost. Take some time, my love, to connect with yourself and connecting with your spirit, because they are always there, ready and willing to speak to you. But we live in the realm of free will, my love. They cannot influence your life. Come down and send you signs and symbols until you give them permission, until you ask them to show themselves to you. The more specific you are, the better. But also, please remain flexible, because you're only working with a part of the cards here. When words fail, music speaks. I love that token so much because I feel it in my soul. When you have a hard time saying or something or expressing yourself, or there's literally just so much is getting trapped up in the throat that you can't say something, find a song, find music. It doesn't even have to have words in it. If it elicits an emotion out of you, if it gets you to start moving that energy, that is what is important, because you have to feel your emotions. It does not matter if it is an ugly emotion to feel, like crying or rage. You have to feel and acknowledge it, because without it, it has to, it festers. It has to be released from you. Otherwise, it festers and creates points of pressure, and the slightest thing can tip you off, and you suddenly start crying in the middle of Walmart because you stub your toe, or just the smallest thing happens and you are just flipped off and so angry. You have energy that is trying to be released, and a lot of it maybe of coming from your true self and true identity being suppressed, rejected, or manipulated in this previous situation where you were not protected, where you were not loved for the person that you were. So it all just festers. You have to allow those emotions to be felt and expressed, because otherwise they will stay trapped inside of you, preventing all growth and possibilities that you could have. You are worth the protection. In case no one has ever told you, I will be the first to say you are worthy of love, protection, and care, Scorpio. Have a beautiful day, my love.